I think what's important, and it's easy to get overwhelmed, and I think that's part of why people don't, they just shut down because they're like, well, there's nothing we can do about this. It's federal. They're going to eminent domain it. Okay, so but all of those pieces, the solar, the carbon capture, the wind turbines, all of that, the humaner, it all comes back to if the farmers and the landowners said no, we
Yeah.
would stop this in its tracks. They don't need all those transmission lines if we don't give them more green power. We stop the solar, they don't need that transmission line. We stop the wind turbines, they don't need that transmission line. All of this, we stop it. The carbon capture, all of it, we have to say no. And I mean, you can look up the hydrogen in Oklahoma, how much money. You can look at their graph that they've published on oklahoma.gov of hydrogen investment value like this. And next year, the next couple years, it skyrockets. So, how many of our legislators have invested in hydrogen? And on that map, it has little graph and it shows you on the Oklahoma map where all the hydrogen fueling stations will be for our vehicles across the state, and has pictures from California, literally images they took from the California website, which in California, they're discovering this isn't working and it's a big sham and they're shutting down some of these fueling stations and the people.
No.
I mean, yeah, but we're all in Oklahoma. We say to these people that are moving here from California, "Oh, don't California our Oklahoma." No, we've already done it. Our legislators are trying to do that to us. I mean, there's stuff out there already for their year for the 50-year plan for us to drink our own pee. I mean, it's in the document. Like that's where we're going.
Well, I was just going to add just one little anecdote onto that electric car too you just said. Right outside my office window, literally, I mean, I can see it right now. There is a charging station right outside my window across the street. I can't tell you how many times cars go over there and have to get towed. I mean, it's just, it is absolutely hilarious. But anyway, sorry to interject.
I mean, it's all crazy, but what comes down to, you know, whether it's the Cuyahoga River Dam, all of this, the solar, they're trying to eminent domain some of it, but a lot of it, if the farmers truly understood, and this is where I lose people, they don't understand. This is to enslave your children. They say, oh, this is for them to not have to farm and to make all this money. No, this is to enslave your children, because this is all ESG, environmental social governance. And so once you go there, they glaze over, they don't understand. I'm like, no, they don't want us to have cash. They want to track and trace us. This is all part of this. This is for AI to do that to us. And so we push back. Like Oklahoma, we have to make the choice not to love money more than the future for the next generation.
You said that their eyes glaze over because they just don't know what to do about it. I'm going to disagree a little bit. I think that's part of the reason, but I think their eyes glaze over because they think this is Oklahoma. It's never going to happen here. That's freaking crazy. You're talking over my head. You must be some kind of a weirdo. I was never an Alex Jones fan. And people would say to me, oh, you got to watch Alex Jones. I'm like, he's kind of a bonehead and he's weird, and I really don't want to listen to him because I don't think that I think he's just and that's what I'm trying to say. I think, Lisa, why do so many people stop listening when you tell them the truth about the real agenda? So I watched a part of an interview that Tucker Carlson did with Alex Jones the other day. And I did it just because I was like, I don't really like Alex Jones, but I'm dying to know, why would Tucker Carlson have on Alex Jones? Alex Jones said this in that interview. And if you want to go look it up, it's out there. You can look it up. It was Tucker Carlson interviewing Alex Jones. And Tucker says, you know, what people have called you a prophet before. You know, why would they do that? I mean, and why are you so vilified? And people think you're crazy and you say this stuff and they think you're nuts. And he said this, yeah, they do, but I'll give you my secret. I literally go out to the United Nations website and I look through all of their white papers and I look through all of the things that they put up there on their website, on the United Nations. It's out there. Anybody can find it. It's just that nobody goes and looks for it. I'm the weirdo that goes and looks for it. And then I read it. And then I'm like, wow, they're literally saying this. So I come out and I say this. And then it happens, and people are like, that's crazy. How did you know about this? Because I read about it on the UN website or the WEF website. And I think that's what people have got to understand it. So when Alex Jones said that, I was like, oh my gosh, now I kind of see what's going on here, because I've read some of those things myself. And it's like, Stephanie said Hunger Games playing out a minute ago. And it's kind of like that. You read that and you go, in the world of stupid, I'm not sure how you get stupider.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to do this. That's just insane. That's crazy. It's not. These people are crazy. This is what they want. This is what they believe. If you don't believe us, go out and look at their stupid stuff that they write themselves and put it up there. It's all out there.
Yeah.
Well, just to validate what Saundra said just a minute ago, look at how Congressman Steve King, at the start of our podcast, he literally said, their Agenda 2050, they're trying to actually reduce the population. I mean, that's coming from a federal congressman. It's not like we're crazy here talking about this. So, like, to Saundra's point, as you increase electricity, you can increase computing power, which is going to increase AI, which is going to increase robotics. You're replaceable. We've never been replaceable in the past. We're becoming replaceable with this advent of technology. And, when you read their white papers, just like what Alex Jones has done all these years, they literally say it. I sent a friend, Fourth Industrial Revolution, whatever it was. The book's kind of calm. And then as you get towards the end, it starts becoming, now you need to reduce the population. There's too many people. There's going to be hunger. There's going to be starvation. There's going to be resource management issues. So we need to reduce. I mean, that's literally what he says. Who's going to go read that book? No one, but the people that are all involved in that. I mean, that's how they communicate. Those white papers on those websites, all that obscure information that we are never going to look at, that's how they communicate out in public. I mean, that's literally what they do.